Welcome to the Second to None Podcast Sports Desk, your go-to source where truth meets rhythm on game day. It's Week 7, and we're breaking down an NFC East clash with real weight on it, the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Let's start with the stakes. Dallas is 2-3-1, searching for momentum and answers. Washington is 3-3 and riding a wave of rookie energy from Jaden Daniels. Both teams need this win, but Dallas needs it more. It's about expectations versus execution. Dak Prescott's efficiency numbers are up, over 71% completion rate and 13 touchdowns to just 3 picks. The Cowboys' offense is putting up almost 390 yards a game, but defensively, they're giving away 30 points per game, and that is where the pressure is building. Jaden Daniels, on the other hand, is the dual-threat spark plug that's keeping Washington dangerous. 7 passing TDs, 1 pick, and more than 330 rushing yards make him the engine of their offense. The Commanders' rush attack sit near the top of the league, but their defense has been susceptible to explosive plays. 46 big gains allowed so far this year. So what decides this one? For Dallas, it's about finishing drives in the red zone and keeping Prescott upright against pressure. For Washington, it's about keeping Daniels clean and controlling tempo on the ground. If Dallas can turn yards into touchdowns and limit defensive breakdowns, they get back in the division race. If Daniels finds open lanes and Washington's defense bends but doesn't break, we could see an upset that shifts the NFC East conversation. Bottom line, Dallas needs this win to stay alive. Washington wants it to prove they belong. This has been your Second to None Sports pregame preview, powered by 210 Catering, Texas strong menus from tailgate to team banquet. Book now at 210catering.com. Don't forget to subscribe, drop your score predictions, and tune in post-game when we break down who executed and who folded under pressure. But for now, let's go down to Deejay and Shay to get live coverage, reaction, and commentary for the fans watching along at home.
So we got, on the Saints and the Bears, we have 1 minute and 31 seconds. With the Bears, 20 and the Saints 0. Then we have the Panthers and the Jets. The Jets just scored. The Panthers obviously just scored with 1 minute left. And the Panthers have 10 and the Jets have 3. What do you see? What do your eyes see on that game, Shay? 53 seconds. Panthers and the Jets. 10-3 now. Panthers up 10. The Jets got 3. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. We got the Dolphins with 3. The Dolphins scored 3. The Browns got 17 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in that, right?
The Dolphins about to kick a field goal.
Okay.
And they just missed the field goal.
They just.
But it's a flag on the play.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What? So 17-3 still. They missed the field goal. Was it close, Shay?
No, they get another chance if the defense got a flag.
Okay. So the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Bring it all the way back. Give them another opportunity. Where they lining up at?
No, I think that's the first down.
They
get the first down for that.
First. So it's 1 minute and 10 seconds on that one.
1 minute and 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Okay. So they done rocked off some time. Then over there at the
the Miami almost fumbled the ball.
Oh man.
First down play. Miami ain't got no more timeouts either.
And that clock is
Second
gone.
down and 19.
Huh. Second down and 19. So that.
Third down. 41 seconds left in that one. There's 28 seconds left in the Panthers and Jets game, but the Panthers win 10-3. Oh, and they just sacked the boy from the Jets. Yeah, they get jumped. They getting donkey kicked. Oh, there's
What we got?
34 seconds. Miami's trying to score.
Uh-oh. What they looking like?
Fourth down and 6. They might try to kick the field goal, get some kind of points.
Oh, look like they done ran out of time. The Saints. The Bears got 20 over the Saints. The Saints got 0. We've got 44 seconds.
Oh, Miami worked the clock right. Got 3 points.
Oh, you sure right. 6-17. There you have it. The Dolphins and the Browns are on halftime. Only one we have left is the Saints and the Bears, and the Panthers and the Jets. What are we looking like, Shay?
There's only 17 seconds left in this one, and the Jets and Panthers, and 36 seconds left. Damn, but they win it. I mean, it's 20-0.
It's 20-0.
Chicago.
I wonder what are the stats on the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Well,
20-0.
Well, there you have it. So we got everybody else is on halftime. We got the Dolphins and the Browns with the Browns 17 on halftime, 17-6. The Raiders and the Chiefs on halftime with the Chiefs at 21.
Oh, the New Orleans Saints scored.
Oh.
It was not a goose egg going in at halftime with 22 seconds left.
Ooh. What was the play look like? How did they get that score, Shay?
It was a pass.
Oh,
I'm trying
man.
to see who caught it. It was
Olive?
Well,
That's a play-by-play. So now we're looking at the Saints at 6 with the opportunity to kick a field goal. Oh, they kicked the field goal. So looks like they'll be going in halftime. Where's 20-7, correct, Shay?
20-7.
All right, so we're looking also at the
Yeah,
Panthers.
they just going into a sack. Fields just got sacked going into the half.
So that looks like that's a done deal for the Panthers and the Jets. Halftime 10 for the Panthers, 3 for the Jets. Then also, let's go back and give a halftime count for the Dolphins. 6, Browns 17. The Patriots and the Titans. The Patriots got 17, the Titans got 13. The Raiders got a goose egg, and the Chiefs got 21. The Eagles got 14, and the Vikings got 6. And that's your second to none halftime report with Shay and Deejay. Brought to you today by 210 Catering.
Thank y'all for tuning in this Sunday and every Sunday. You're tuned in to the Second to None Sports Halftime Red Zone Report, bringing you the key scoring action from around the league at the break. The Chicago Bears are on in the red zone early, converting on both of their first half trips to take a 27 lead over the New Orleans Saints. Justin Fields looks composed, finishing drives instead of settling for threes, while New Orleans offense has struggled to sustain anything inside the 20. In Miami, the Cleveland Browns have capitalized twice in the red zone and lead the Dolphins 17-6. Cleveland's ground game is controlling the tempo, and their defense has forced Miami to settle for field goals. In Kansas City, the Kansas City Chiefs are flexing championship muscle, perfect in the red zone on 3 first-half drives and blanking Las Vegas 21-0. Mahomes and Kelsey are connecting with surgical precision, and the Raiders simply haven't found an answer. In Philadelphia, the Eagles lead the Vikings 14-6 thanks to a balanced red zone attack. Hurts punched one in on the ground, and the defense has bent but not broken. Minnesota is just 1 for 3 inside the 20. The Carolina Panthers are grinding it out against the Jets, up 10-3 at halftime. One clean red zone drive from Bryce Young made the difference, while New York's only points came on a long kick. Up in Foxborough, the Patriots hold a 17-13 edge over the Titans. Both offenses have traded punches in tight, but New England's 2-for-2 red zone efficiency is the separator so far. Across the board at halftime, the theme is efficiency. Teams that finish drives are winning, and those settling for field goals are chasing. This has been your second-to-none sports halftime red zone report, powered by 210 Catering. Texas strong menus from tailgate to team banquet. Book now at 210catering.com and stay locked in for post-game breakdowns where truth meets rhythm and stats never lie. But since halftime is over, let's get back down to Deejay and Shay Dawg. They'll give us live coverage, reaction, and commentary for the fans watching along at home for the rest of the game.
Okay, there you have it, folks. We have the Saints and Bears final game. The Bears at 26, the Saints 14. The Browns have definitely won over the Dolphins 31-6. The Chiefs have beat the Raiders 31-0. The Eagles' final report is the Eagles 28, the Vikings 22. The Panthers beat the Jets 13-6. The Patriots had a big win over the Titans 31-13. Now, we do have the second games going off. We have the Cowboys and the Commanders in the first quarter. The Cowboys 7, the Washington Commanders 8. We have the Cardinals, first quarter, who scored 3. The Packers at 0. The Chargers have jumped off to a slow start, with the Colts jumping in the league in the second quarter, 13-3. The Giants has started off in the second quarter, leading the Broncos 7-0. And that is your second-to-none update Red Zone, brought to you today by 210 Catering. Back to you in the studio.
Thank y'all for tuning in this Sunday and every Sunday. You're tuned into the second-to-none Sports Post Red Zone Report, bringing you the key scoring action from around the league at the break. The Chicago Bears defeated the New Orleans Saints 26-14 as DeAndre Swift ran for 124 yards and a touchdown, while Chicago's defense forced 4 turnovers and dominated the line of scrimmage. The Saints' Spencer Rattler threw for 223 yards and 2 scores, but 3 interceptions and a fumble cost New Orleans dearly. In Cleveland, the Browns crushed the Miami Dolphins 31-6 behind rookie Quinshon Judkins' 3 rushing touchdowns. Miami's offense sputtered as Tua Tagovailoa completed just 12 passes for 100 yards and threw 3 interceptions in a disappointing road loss. The Kansas City Chiefs shut out the Las Vegas Raiders 31-0, their first regular season blanking of this opponent since 2011. Patrick Mahomes threw for 286 yards and 3 touchdowns, while the Raiders were held to just 95 total yards and 3 first downs. The Philadelphia Eagles edged the Minnesota Vikings 28-22 behind a masterful outing from Jalen Hurts, who completed 19 of 23 passes with 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a perfect 158.3 passer rating. the Vikings settled for 5 field goals and dropped to 3-3. The Carolina Panthers beat the New York Jets 13-6, securing their 3rd straight win as their defense held the Jets to 220 total yards and 2 picks. Quarterback Bryce Young threw the game's only passing touchdown before exiting with an ankle injury. The Jets slipped to 0-7. In Nashville, the New England Patriots downed the Tennessee Titans 31-13. Drake May completed 21 of 23 passes for 222 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Ramondre Stevenson added 88 rushing yards and a score. After trailing 10-3, New England answered with 28 unanswered points to improve to 5-2. But since halftime is over, let's get back down to the rest of the game for live coverage, updates, reactions, and commentary for the fans watching along at home.
We got 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Dallas is up 20-8 to the Washington Commanders. It's Dallas ball, 3rd and 11 on Dallas 38. We're in the second quarter. 2 minutes and 55 seconds before halftime. Dallas now has 3rd and 11. 3rd down and 11 on the Dallas 38. Here's the game stats. Washington Commanders, Jay Daniels. He has 117 yards, 1 touchdown, 8 completions. We're going to compare that to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has 11 completions, 161 yards, and 1 touchdown. This broadcast was brought to you today by 210 Catering on the Second to None podcast. We're glad to bring you updates and insights on the latest stats and everything in regards to the games. We got 2 minutes and 9 seconds. We're fourth down and 11. All right, let's look at Dallas rushing stats. For a team, Dallas has 37 rushing yards. Receiving yards, Dallas have 161 receiving yards. We definitely can compare that to Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders have 41 rushing yards, 117 receiving yards, which pretty much shows you the reason why Dallas is currently winning right now. Dallas needed a win today, and we need to hold this out to the fourth quarter. But currently, Dallas is doing what they're supposed to be doing today, what they're expected to be doing, what they needed to be doing. They needed a must-win today. And they have seen to, at the half, coming up on the half, prove to be able to stand in and fight this battle today. And the people here in Texas are going to be very happy. I know for a fact that Shay was kind of wishing for the Washington Commanders to win today. So he took a bite of his burger and he got real sick. And after this large spread that we have here on Dallas Cowboys, he kind of got sick today and he had to leave and go back to the hotel. But we want to wish him very well. Hoping that this Dallas Cowboys win makes him a lot sicker today. So cross your fingers, and we're going to hope we get a Dallas Cowboy win. You know, he's a Houston, Texas, and we do support anything in Texas. So, but today, we're looking for a Dallas Cowboy win. And we have currently right now 1 minute and 56 seconds. The Washington Commanders currently have the ball. The score is 20, Dallas Cowboys, 8, Washington Commanders. All right, we can give some current updates. We're on the current drive. And it looks like we're coming up against halftime, guys. We're coming up on that halftime marker. And it looks like they're going to run this clock out, buddies. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds. So let's look at the stats here, what they're saying right now. The Cowboys are playing in Arlington. They got a hometown advantage. And definitely hope that crowd makes a difference for them today. Being that they're playing in Dallas, and Dallas needs a must-win. They're in the AT&T Stadium. Now, when we look at the last previous matchup, the Commanders won 23 to the Cowboys 19. So the Cowboys is really pushing right now, definitely pushing the envelope in regards to the win. So they definitely need to win more on the numbers. So they're pushing the envelope. We're putting some bigger numbers up. So it looks like it goes most likely in Dallas' favor for a win today. But we want to keep our fingers crossed and our toes crossed and our eyes crossed. But we got to get this out today. So we're looking at, before halftime, we're at 1 minute and 35 seconds. 2nd and 5. The Commanders have the ball. Like I said, we're brought to you today, Second to None podcast. You can check us out for any of the podcasts. Anything that has to do with relationships, politics, anything that has to do with anything that's subculture, we're looking to provide the best content that you guys deserve. So stay tuned for that. All right, so we're looking at a 2nd and 3rd. The Washington Commanders. Dallas Cowboys got 20. The Washington Commanders have 8. Dallas is currently the home time playing in Arlington, Texas, in the AT&T Stadium. This broadcast today was brought to you by Second to None podcast. All right, let's look at some of the scoring drives. Dallas has 2 plays that they got 2 touchdowns from. That they gave them 74 yards. They got a field goal. Now, Washington has 2 plays. They had 9 plays for 65 yards. They gave them a touchdown. And then they got a safety. Dallas took another 9 plays for 29 yards. They got them another touchdown. So the current score right now, with 45 seconds left, Washington, they scored. So Washington has 15 with 45 seconds left, and Dallas has 20. And it's Washington, 1st and 10. And here are some of the game highlights. Lattimore pass interference penalty gave the Cowboys a first and goal opportunity. CeeDee Lamb, he caught the first catch since 2 weeks ago for a 13-yard gain versus the Commander. And this is your Dallas and Washington Commanders update. Currently right now, in the NFC East, Philadelphia leads, Washington is second, Dallas is third, and New York is fourth. Currently right now, going into halftime, with 40 seconds left, the score is 20. Dallas has the ball. Washington Commanders, 15. Washington had made for a great drive in the second quarter. Washington scored 7. Dallas only scored a field goal in the second quarter. In the first quarter, Dallas scored 17 points and Washington only scored 8 points. Currently, it's 28 seconds left in the first half. Dallas has the ball with 20. Washington Commanders have 15. So as another game highlight, Javonte Williams' 17th TD of 2025 opens the scoring in Commanders-Cowboys game. But currently, the score right now, with 15 seconds left before the halftime, is 20 Dallas Cowboys, 15 Washington Commanders. So currently right now, there was a 33-yard run. And the second shotgun by Jay Williams. Dallas has called a timeout. Oh, there's an extra point, and the extra point is good. Dallas Cowboys. Touchdown. Dallas calls a timeout, scores a touchdown, and scores the extra point. So now you see currently, before halftime, the score is 27-15. So let's give a recap. Dallas Cowboys are called a timeout with 15 seconds left. They go into the shotgun. Dak Prescott passes short middle to Jay Ferguson for 2 yards, scores the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, B. Aubrey extra point was good, right to the center. Great play. Great execution by Dallas. 27-15. We have 5 seconds, y'all. And Dallas looks like they're going to be up by halftime. Great drives. Going into the halftime, Dallas has 10. Dallas scored 10 in the second half. In the second quarter, Washington scored 7. In the first quarter, Washington scored 8. And the Cowboys scored 17. And there you have it. Back to you guys in the studio.
Y'all are for locking in this Sunday and every Sunday for Texas football. You tuned in to the 2nd to 9 Sports Post Red Zone Report, bringing you the key scoring action from around the league at the break. You're listening to the 2nd to 9 Sports Halftime Report, Cowboys versus Commanders. Dallas takes a 27-15 lead into the break after a whirlwind first half that opened with a Washington safety, then flipped when Dak Prescott hit CeeDee Lamb for a 74-yard lightning strike. Brandon Aber added a booming 61-yard field goal, and Dallas kept piling on with explosive plays and efficient finishing inside the 20. Jaden Daniels kept Washington in touch with a late 1-yard rushing score before the half. The halftime ledger: Dallas outgains Washington roughly 207-214, with Lamb already over the century mark and the Cowboys consistently flipping field position with chunk gains. The Commanders have moved the ball, but Dallas has been sharper finishing drives and limiting damage after early miscues. What to watch in the second half? Can Washington translate sustained drives into touchdowns instead of trading time for threes? And can Dallas keep the explosives coming while protecting Prescott from late pressure? If the Cowboys maintain their big play rhythm, they control the script. If Daniel's legs and quick game start cashing in deep in Dallas territory, this turns into a fourth quarter coin flip. This halftime hit is powered by 210 Catering, Texas strong menus from tailgate to team banquet. Book now at 210catering.com. Stay locked. Post-game, we'll break down who finished in the red zone and who left points on the turf. But see if Dallas can hold this league. Let's get back down to the rest of the game for live coverage, updates, reactions, and commentary for the fans watching along at home.
Okay, y'all, we are back in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Dallas is up 44, and the Washington Commanders have 22. Let's take a recap. In the first quarter, the Washington Commanders scored 8 points, and Washington and the Dallas Cowboys scored 17. In the second quarter, Washington scored 7 points, and Dallas scored 10. In the third quarter, Washington scored 7, and the Dallas Cowboys scored 14. Currently, right now, Dallas has scored 3 in the fourth quarter, and Washington has not currently scored yet. It is 1st and 10 and Dallas Cowboys ball. So let's go ahead and recap that third quarter. There was a touchdown for 12 plays for 44 yards by Washington. Then Dallas comes back and runs 6 plays for 27 yards for another touchdown. Then for another touchdown, there was 10 plays for another touchdown of 55 yards. And there was a fumble at the end of that third quarter. Or there was a fumble in that third quarter for 8 plays by Washington. Now currently to start this fourth quarter off, there was a kickoff from Dallas at the 35. There was a pass that was complete, 1st and 10 by Washington. That pass was a shotgun pass, some Marnita pass. It was incomplete, short left to Seymour. Then there was a 27-yard pass, a 4th and no huddle shotgun. Now they're bringing out the yardstick, 1st and 10, Dallas on 45. Pass incomplete by Dallas. Okay, let's give a recap. It's 9 minutes, 44 seconds. Cowboys 44, Washington Commanders 22. Dallas has the ball. There was a 16-yard pass, shotgun, Dak Prescott pass deep, right to Jay Talbot, pushing OB at Washington 48 for 16 yards. Then there was a 0-yard run. So now the current score, still 44, is 22. 9 minutes and 44 seconds in the fourth quarter. Let's look at the overall passing stats, what we needed to see. Daniels have 156 yards. Total team passing with Marito is 219. Dak Prescott has 264 yards. As we discussed before, Dak Prescott needed to press the envelope and have more passing yards and have a better offensive game. Shay Dawg was absolutely right in the beginning when he made that assessment, and we came up with that decision that it definitely was a win for the Cowboys. Cowboys definitely needed to win to get the momentum back on today, and they're definitely doing that. So we got a 4th and shotgun. Jay Williams run tackle to Washington's 49 for 5 yards. You got a 4th and 11. So they're looking to punt it. Dallas is looking to punt the ball. Score, still 44-22. Washington Commanders have the ball. 6 minutes and 50 seconds set left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Washington. Dallas' current drive was 6 plays, 125 yards, and they held the ball for 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Current drive for Washington. Ford shot down. Shotgun. He's in the shotgun. Left to end Washington 8 for no gain. So this is their first play in this current drive. They got 0 yards. Oh, there was a sack for a -5 yards. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark, y'all. Cowboys score is 44. The Washington Commanders is 22. The game is played in Arlington, Texas. At the AT&T Stadium. If you look at the NFC East stats, Philadelphia is number 1. Washington is number 2, and Dallas is number 3. Dallas, this is a must-win for Dallas today, and they are showing up and improving and giving their fans exactly what they're asking for. Right now, it's 4 minutes, 45 seconds. 4th down and 12. Washington Commanders has the ball. Dallas is looking to recover. If we go back to Washington's drive, their current drive, they had 3 plays for a -2 yards. Or actually 4 plays for a -2 yards. And they held the ball for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Before they initially punted. There was a punt and there was a penalty on Dallas. C. Carson, offensive holding, 10 yards, enforced at Dallas 35. So upon the initial punt, there was a holding, a penalty, and now it's Dallas ball. Dallas has the ball first at the Dallas 25. Currently, the score is 44. Dallas Cowboys, Washington Commanders, 22. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. So we are down to the 2-minute mark. Dallas, 44. Washington, 22. Looks like this game is pretty much wrapped up here at Arlington, Texas. Dallas showed up and did what it needed to do. So we're going to give this right back to you guys in the studio.
You are locked in with the Second to None Sports post-game report, where truth meets rhythm and stats never lie. It's going to be a party in Dallas, Texas tonight, y'all. The Dallas Cowboys left no doubt tonight, handling the Washington Commanders 44-22 in an NFC East matchup that looked close early, but turned into a statement win by the second half. Dallas scored on 5 of its first 6 possessions and flexed both offensive balance and defensive pressure that Washington simply couldn't match. From the opening quarter, it was Dak Prescott setting the tone. He went over 300 yards passing, tossing 3 touchdowns and spreading the ball to 8 different receivers. CeeDee Lamb was unstoppable, torching Washington's secondary with deep cuts and finishing with over 140 yards and a highlight 174-yard touchdown that lit up the stadium. Tight end Jake Ferguson added 2 more scores, quietly proving how dangerous this Dallas passing game can be when defenses overcommit to the perimeter. But the story didn't stop there. The Dallas defense showed up. Deron Bland delivered a huge pick 6 in the third quarter that broke the game open. And Micah Parsons lived in the Commanders' backfield, logging 2 sacks and a constant dose of quarterback pressure. Washington never found a rhythm offensively after halftime. Rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels kept the Commanders competitive through the first half, showing flashes of brilliance with a rushing touchdown and quick reads against Dallas' zone looks.
but a third-quarter hamstring injury forced him to the sideline, and from that moment, the momentum swung permanently. Backup Marcus Mariota entered and immediately threw a pick that Dallas turned into 7 points, sealing the Commanders' fate. By the time the fourth quarter rolled around, Dallas had imposed its will, dominating time of possession, converting 70% of his red zone trips, and closing the door on any comeback hopes. Tony Pollard added 90 yards on the ground, keeping drives balanced and milking the clock. When it was over, the Cowboys walked out with a 44-22 win, improving to 3-3-1 and jumping back into the NFC East race. For Washington, now 3-4, the focus turns to regrouping and getting Jaden Daniels healthy before next week's divisional slate. Bottom line, Dallas reminded everyone what they look like when all phases click. The offense was crisp, the defense was disruptive, and the energy felt like the Cowboys team fans expected to see all season. This post-game report was powered by Thesaurus, Texas strong menus, from tailgate to team banquet. Visit thesaurus.com to book your next event. You've been listening to Sports on the Second to None podcast, where we break down every play, every drive, and every story that matters in sports. Hit subscribe, drop your take in the comments, and stay tuned for our next Red Zone review coming up after Sunday Night Football.